As I begin this video, I have some
Good news, everyone!
because the remake of Halo Combat Evolve has gone gold. Yes, Halo Combat Evolve has gone gold and soon it would be released. Now this game is looking phenomenal with that new engine. It's looking good, it's feeling good, it's playing good. Now if you didn't know, this is the first Halo that will be going over to PlayStation. And let me just say that these ponies are in their glee. These ponies, just as when this game went gold, these ponies have, dressed in gold. They have dressed in press to play Halo Combat Evolve.
What are you going to give for them? Start them off at 25, 39, 5, 35, will you give me 49, 5, 45, will you give me 59, 5, yes, 5 inch, 39, 5, make it 5. There was a boy from Arkansas.
We have 14 million. Who will give us 14 and a half?
What? Why? You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
Yes, although the majority of Xbox fans would say that Halo has no business being on PlayStation, there are two camps as to the decision when it is Phil Spencer and his team would have chose to revamp this 25-year-old game and put it everywhere. Now some persons don't like this at all, while some persons understand that this is easy money, remaking this game and putting it everywhere because these ponies are starving and they will finally get one of the best first-person shooters out there, which is Halo. But as for me, I think that this game should have no reason to go to PlayStation, but it is what it is. And we are confident as we go further into the future that the rate Asha is going, that this might just be the first and last Halo that PlayStation ever see in history again. But let's wait and see as to what transpires. So good news, the Halo Combat Evolve has gone gold. What do you think about it? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to play it on Game Pass? Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't for a minute feel that was the only good news, because there is a FIFA superstar, football superstar, who is an Xbox fan.
Random order: Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Minecraft, FIFA. One day Xbox, I want them to sponsor me. Fridge, Mountain Dew, Coke, Smash. Looks like an Xbox.
Yes, Norwegian superstar Haaland is an Xbox fan, and you can see it very clear. He plays Xbox, he have an Xbox fridge, and he is saying it's time for him to be a sponsor, right? Influencer for Xbox. And this is a good opportunity that Xbox and their marketing team should seize, because this is a great opportunity to get the mind share of some of the younger audience as to what console some of these superstars are playing. Now, to be honest, it does seem that Xbox is paying Haaland attention, because look at this image that the official Halo Twitter account would have posted about Haaland. He is in a Master Chief suit and he's playing football. So it just might see a sponsorship there for Haaland as we go forward. But let's see what Xbox does. And we are not stopping with the good news, because although everyone is upset with Sony for doing what they did with that disc, we would have seen that Microsoft is creating new avenues as to how they can go about giving players a choice, giving players, a great decision when it comes to their physical media into digital. Listen to this rumor, as Microsoft is going to do something that is going to make all these ponies and even Sony angry. Listen to this.
Xbox are happy to announce that soon players will be able to insert Xbox game discs into their Xbox consoles to receive a permanent digital license of that game.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
What? So let me get this straight. If I go buy Doom the Dark Ages physically at GameStop for $45 instead of buying it on the Xbox store digitally for $70, I can just insert the disc and it will be like I bought it digitally? Yes, exactly. You would save $25 on the purchase and the game license would be linked to your account, and you would only need to insert the disc the first time to activate the license. After that, you would be able to play the game at any time like you purchased it digitally.
The rumors are true. The rumors are true. You know, a lot of rumors are not true. But these?
Whoa! Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Unlike PlayStation, who is eliminating physical media altogether, Xbox is giving players a choice. And when physical games are cheaper, that means you're saving players money. Yes, we hope this is a good compromise between physical and digital gaming. We hope to roll out this feature in the coming weeks. Wow!
Yes, this rumored feature might change the game forever. Now, if Microsoft slapping you able to trade or sell your digital games, that will just put the icing on the cake. Yes, so Microsoft is making strategic moves to please, gamers all around the world. Let's see how it pans out. But this so far is a real good idea if it is true. Let's hope that Asha Sharma goes through with this plan. So yes, Xbox is getting good news on the heels of the bad news that was the layoffs and so forth. So Xbox is looking up right now. But guess what? What is not ending is this no disc, no buy situation. Right now, the entire PlayStation fan base is telling Sony this.
You're a crook. You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this? Build up a little boy's hopes and then smash all his dreams to pieces. You're an inhuman monster!
Yes, although the PlayStation community has done well when it comes to their petition with over 200,000, maybe it reached 300,000 by now when it comes to the no disc, no buy petition, there are reports that Sony don't care. Sony don't care how many persons protest, how many persons unsubscribe to PlayStation Plus. The benefits of them getting out of the disc business is too profitable for them to recant what they said, right? So this is what it's been reported.
They now wait for this storm to pass. PS5 owners are canceling PlayStation Plus subscriptions to protest Sony killing discs, but analysts say it won't make any difference. Sony will not reverse this decision. 5. Owners are canceling their PlayStation Plus subscriptions in protest at Sony's controversial decision to stop releasing games on physical discs. But the gesture will not force the console maker to change its mind, analysts say. Sony has drawn huge amounts of online criticism from PlayStation owners, upset at the move to an all-digital future for all new PS5 games launched from January 2028 onwards, something that's almost certain to also continue on. PS6. A high-profile petition calling on Sony to reconsider its decision has now reached over 200,000 signatures. In the past few days, PS5 users have taken to social media to share screenshots of canceled PS Plus subscriptions. But speaking to IGN, Dr. Serkan Toto, CEO of Japanese game industry consultancy firm Kantan Games, suggested that even if 500,000 people canceled their PlayStation Plus subscription in protest, it would be just a drop in the ocean for Sony, which is not going to change its mind. The best PS5 games. View 26 images. I sympathize with physical media fans, but Sony will not reverse this decision, Toto told IGN. They of course knew what the online reaction would look like, and they now wait for this storm to pass. Sony has over 120 million active PlayStation users, he continued. Around 50 million people subscribe to PlayStation Plus. As a thought experiment, let's say 500,000 cancel in protest, that would be just 1% of that business gone. Of course, not enough to Sony to start rethinking. Digital is just too lucrative. Of course, digital downloads now dominate video game sales, and Sony can be seen as simply reflecting the prevailing taste of its customers. But as Toto states, there's also a huge financial advantage to this move, which saves on manufacturing and distribution costs, ensures it no longer pays a portion of sales to retailers, and captures more platform fees on the sale of third-party games via the PlayStation Store. It's worth breaking the economics down in a bit more detail to see why a tiny percentage of canceled subscriptions likely makes little difference to Sony's bottom line.
Yes, PlayStation fans all over the world is seeing how Sony don't care. They don't care about your protest. Sony is saying that, not me. Sony is saying that, guess what? Even if it is 1 million persons leave their platform, they will still be in the green. They don't care if you protest. They don't care if it is you sell your PlayStation 5 or unsubscribe to PSN. They will still sell millions. This is what Sony is banking on. They said soon you guys would forget about this and you guys would go back to your GTAs, your Call of Duty, like how some is already doing. Some persons have already forgotten about this movement and they secretly are downloading Call of Duty all digital. Yeah, buddy. So guess what? Sony don't care, man. They do not care. No wonder why all these high-level executives are cashing out. Don't you guys find that suspicious?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Sony's CEO, who was also in charge of PlayStation, ended up selling a lot of his stock. 56% of it to be exact, and it amounted to over $4 million, and it just happened to be a couple of days after they announced they were no longer doing discs. And he wasn't the only one, other senior management team members also did the same thing. But that makes people wonder why. Because obviously investors believe in this decision, and Sony says they believe in this decision and that it's going to be the best decision for them, yet they're selling their stock even though the stock is going up. It naturally started a bunch of conspiracy theories because now people are wondering, why would you sell your stock if it's on the way up and if you're about to make more profits with your decision, unless you actually don't think it's going to be profitable and you actually think it's going to damage your brand in the long run. And so now everybody's wondering, why would you sell your stock unless you think that PlayStation's about to go under and you can see the writing on the wall because you refuse to change what your plan is and you know that gamers won't support it, and you know that the end of physical media could be the end of PlayStation.
So in addition to all of that, Sony also have to worry about all this bad press is affecting their stock, because currently when you look at the stock for Sony, it keeps falling, it keeps going down, it keeps going low. And guess what? These ponies are angry that all of this bad news is affecting Sony. But there's even more bad PlayStation news. I mean, I'm not making this up. All of these things are true. But there is a massive lawsuit that is filed against Sony. I mean, it's $457 million. I mean, just listen to this lawsuit.
Annoyed about the fact that this does feel like the end of PlayStation. It feels like the love, the passion, everything that's actually gone, it's just been gutted for good old profits. Into physical media now, about 12 days ago, almost 2 weeks now, that they've just said that nobody cares about discs. And ever since then, people have been louder and louder and louder about how much this screws us over, how much this pisses us off, how much there's no point in buying a PlayStation 6 if it can't play my PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 collection. And even beyond that, now there is officially a lawsuit for $457 million about how Sony can't do this, that Sony, as the maker of discs in general, can't just destroy the market. They can't do that. And
I'm sorry. Who's that back there? What the heck are you talking about?
$457 million PlayStation Store lawsuit. Fair PlayStation class action. Explained. There's a massive $457 million lawsuit floating around that's seeking damages from Sony because the PlayStation Store allegedly charges way too much and monopolizes digital game sales. It's a suit that was exacerbated, or perhaps strengthened, by Sony's recent revelation that, as of January 2028, no new PlayStation games will be printed on discs. This action effectively forces players more than ever to yield to PlayStation's, at times, exorbitant prices in the PlayStation Store. And it opens the door to further price manipulation and monopolization by the gaming and tech titan. Read on to it. $500 million PlayStation lawsuit has a catch. In May, a California lawsuit settled with Sony, and $7.8 million was parceled out to players across the nation. It was one of the biggest consumer successes in recent years, and it saw plenty of folks secure their piece of the digital-based pie. Now, a firm in the Netherlands is seeking almost $500 million in damages, working with the same concept that was a success in California. Stichting Massive Shade and Consummate, a Dutch consumer group, has spent several months building a campaign against Sony, alleging that PlayStation users are paying too much for their digital games. It states, do you have a PlayStation? Then you're unfairly paying a Sony tax on all your digital games. Join our campaign for fair gaming prices and compensation. The suit alleges that Sony charges unfair prices in the PlayStation Store, applying a premium and keeping prices of old games unnecessarily high, which is a key concern when gamers have no other choice. The recent news regarding PlayStation's imminent shutdown of the production of physical games has fed into this debate, making the lawsuit's position that little bit more powerful. But if you want to join this...
So yes, another lawsuit for Sony. I mean, Sony is fighting for their lives in these streets.
God have mercy upon us.
So yes, we are seeing Sony, their executives are running away with cash. We are seeing that Sony is getting massive backlash. Persons are, unsubscribing the PSN. Persons are selling their PlayStation 5. There's so many things happening with PlayStation right now. I can't even keep up. But let me hear how you think all of this ends and what will be the outcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, later.